Morning, everybody. Thursday morning. It's about 2:30 in the morning. Giving you a little early morning action here. Kind of got myself on an early cycle. So anyway, I'm at Blytheville or Armorel, Arkansas at the Nucor Yamato facility. I used to pick up here quite often, but man, it's probably been a year almost since I've been here. Anyway, they've got this big gravel lot here. I was parked back about a few hundred yards. Got here yesterday afternoon, probably about 5 o'clock. My appointment was originally for 6 a.m. this morning, but I called and asked them if they could move it up. So I had them change it to 5 a.m. But this place loads around the clock. I did not know that. But I called the shipping office yesterday afternoon and found that out. And the way they do it here is they kind of go by hour blocks. But just a few minutes ago, the shipping office called over the CB and said that the 2, 3, and 4 o'clock appointments could come on up to the scale. And then about 20 minutes after that, they said the 5 o'clocks could come up. So I'm a 5 o'clock, and I was already up, you know. Gosh, I probably went to sleep last night about before 7, and I woke up about 1. So I'm glad to hear, you know, they're moving things along. But there are quite a few trucks here, even to be this early in the morning. But you can park here overnight. There's plenty of room. They do have porta potties around, but that's about it. Just out in the middle of a cotton field, basically. So the way this works here, as you can see, I'm making this turn. Now watch for traffic on this little road here. You cross over, and as I cross over this road, you'll start to see Scale House. And remember, this load goes to Hewitt, Texas, which is down around Waco. Looks like I'm going to be, you know, I just came from down there yesterday. So, going to be a similar reverse order trip today. But my appointment is for tomorrow. I've got like an open window from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Friday to deliver this. So, you know, I should have time to get down there. There's a pilot right there, just a few miles from the customer, so that should work out pretty good. So yeah, this place does steel beams. And what I'll have to do here is get on the scale and then get out of the truck, go into this little office, you know, give them my pickup number, truck number, all that stuff. Sign in, and then they'll tell me where to go. Most of the time, you go down here and you curve around into the right side of the yard over here, which is what they call the ballpark. But sometimes you'll go on around further, and I have had to back into a warehouse and get loaded. All right, guys, back at you. Just got the camera going. We got the Maverick yard here in North Little Rock, just to your left. I'm not going to stop there. I'm just passing by. what's going on over there. Not much. There's the Maverick Driving Academy there to the left. They got people out there working. Looks like there's 8 or 9 people out there. Let's see, where did I leave things? Yeah, I didn't get to film any more of me getting loaded up there in Blytheville earlier in the dark. Because once I met up with the forklift driver, you know, he was right there waiting on me, and he led me around to the loading spot, and man, he had the product on there for probably 2 minutes. So all happened pretty fast, which is cool. You know, I was able to get out of there way sooner than I was projected to. So, you know, I've mentioned in some previous videos, you know, how I ended up with too much dead time on a couple of orders, especially the last 2 orders I've had to Georgetown, Kentucky, for example. You know, they have hard delivery appointments, so I have several hours of time to kill before I can deliver the load. But to contrast, this week it's worked out differently to my benefit, because I've had delivery windows. Like that delivery I made yesterday with those railroad frames, I was actually, my projected time to deliver that load was actually today, about right now, you know, 7 a.m. to, I don't know, I had a window, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., something like that. But I had called them ahead of time, and they said if I got there by 2:30, I could get unloaded. Well, I got there about, I don't know, 2:10, something like that, and I got unloaded real quick. Worked out great. And then they dispatched me about an hour and a half away to Blytheville. I had just enough time to get there. I think I had 4 or 5 minutes left on my clock when I got parked, and I was able to, you know, just spend the night there at the shipper. And you know, they had me for a loading appointment this morning at 6 a.m. And I checked with the fleet manager to see if I could get that moved up any earlier, and he said he could get it moved to 5 a.m., which we did. But when I got to the shipper, you know, I called into the receiving office just to kind of check on things and see how things were going to be working. And the lady told me that they load around the clock. And she said normally, you know, real early in the morning, they're not real busy, so I might could check with the shipping office and get in a little early. And so I got, you know, I went to sleep probably about 7 p.m. I woke up about 1 a.m., which is plenty of sleep for me. And at 2 a.m. the guy comes on the radio from the shipper's office and said all the 2 a.m., 2, 3, and 4 a.m. appointments could come on up to the scale. And then about 10 minutes after that, he said the 5 o'clock appointments, which is me, could come up to the scale. So I got up there. I mean, I was about the only truck that, I mean, I didn't have to wait in line or anything. I just drove right up there. And, you know, I was probably loaded, got loaded, you know, a little after 3 a.m. I was secured and on the road, I think, by 4 a.m. So what that's going to do for me, my point in all this story is, sorry y'all, this road's pretty rough. My point in all this is, you know, sometimes if you just sit back and go with what they've given you, you know, that's okay. But in this case, and in the previous delivery I made, I kind of pushed it and took some initiative on my own and was able to get that load delivered yesterday early, and I was able to get this load that I picked up this morning loaded much earlier than planned. So, you know, that's gonna make this week a lot better for me mileage wise, because I mean, my initial order instructions were I would just now, if I just gone with what I was given, I would just now be getting unloaded up in Paragould. I wouldn't even have this load that I'm carrying now, you know, and I've already been driving for 3.5 hours this morning. So this load that I'm carrying to Hewitt, Texas, they've got me set up to deliver it tomorrow between 7 to 10 a.m. But the paperwork says that's just their Friday receiving hours. Monday through Thursday they receive 7 to 4, I think it says. So seeing as how I got out of there early today, so early, I should be able to get to the shipper by 3 o'clock. So I'm going to try to get there. I've got enough time. I should be able to get there and get unloaded, and I won't have much time. I won't really have much time to do anything else. I mean, I might have maybe an hour of drive time left. You know, it's possible I might get somewhere and get positioned for a load in the morning. But even if they just are able to point me in the right direction to get set up for tomorrow, you know, it'll be earlier in the afternoon. I'll be able to get somewhere, find a place to park pretty easy, and be ready to get somewhere first thing in the morning and get loaded, hopefully with a home load, and get home earlier tomorrow than later. Anyway, you know, the point is, I've had some success this week with trying to push things and make things happen, which it's going to pay off in more miles for me. Definitely going to pick up a few hundred more miles. Easy. So, okay, I guess that's enough for now. I'll stop and do a load check somewhere in the next couple of hours and show you this load. And I'm going to talk about, I've got a little information on the per diem question that I can relay to you, so I'll try to fit that in today. All right, more later. Well, guys, I just got unsecured, and he's taking the top layer off of this load. Sorry I didn't get any earlier footage. I had to really hustle to get here before this place closed. But that's the top layer, and then I got, looks like 2 identical layers there. So yep, that's it. It had 8 chains. It weighed about 46,000 pounds total, so 8 chains would do it. So, you know, what you're supposed to do there is have 2 chains in the first 10 feet, I think, and then a chain every other, you know, within every other 8 foot, and then 2 chains in the last 10 feet. And I covered that easily. This stuff was like 31 feet long. So and I'm about out of time, so once I get emptied and send in my paperwork, I don't know what they're going to do. Probably set me up for something in the morning, because I really don't have time to get anywhere. There is a Flying J, maybe about, I don't know, less than 10 miles from here, so I'm thinking that's probably where I'll end up. But okay, that's all I got for here. All right, everybody, so I got out of that customer there, still in Hewitt, Texas. I Got 18 minutes on my clock, so pretty much milked this day pretty good. But I'm about half a mile from a pilot where I'm gonna park it for the night, get up in the morning. They've already sent me my next order, which is in Carthage, Texas, at I think a Louisiana Pacific place where we get some lumber products. It delivers Monday morning in Tulsa, so it'll be a home load. I can pick it up tomorrow morning and then just head home. So that'll work. I've got a pickup window from like 7 a.m. to 2, something like that. So I'll get up pretty early and hit the road. It's about a 3-hour drive, maybe more than that. But yeah, this was like I talked about earlier, this was a good example of, you know, how I hustled yesterday and hustled today. And, you know, if I'd have stuck with the plan instead of getting aggressive with things and making some things happen, you know, there's no telling what would have happened, because, you know, I would not be in the position I'm in now for sure. You know, getting an early load tomorrow and heading home. And I know I probably added a good 300 or 400 miles or more to my week. So anyway, you can see the pilot up ahead. I just got to figure out how to get in there. And yeah, it's about 4:30 p.m. so I should be able to get a spot, no problem. All right, more later.